That leads me to my only son, Tyler Bornstein. Tyler was a 2009 Magna Cum Laude graduate in the legal studies program from Lake High School. He participated on the back-to-back Federal League Championship golf teams, earning all-league and all-county honors his freshman, sophomore, and junior years. He recorded 2 hole-in-ones before he turned 16 years old. His senior year, he decided not to play golf, instead participate on the Lake Blue Streak football team. At the end of the season, Tyler earned the Senior Ironman Award. After high school, Tyler attended Walsh University to study accounting and finance. He decided to walk on the golf team, earning a golf and academic scholarship. See, Tyler was smart, athletic, a hard worker. He was gentle and kind and had lots of friends. In April of 2013, he entered a bodybuilding show, and at the age of 22, he was announced runner-up, Junior Mr. Ohio. Of course, I get to say all these nice things about my boy because I'm his dad, but they're also true. So how does a kid like Tyler, who comes from a middle-class family, with loving parents, families, and friends who loved him, get addicted to heroin? Brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you that this can happen real innocently. See, Tyler broke his right arm 4 times, and he had 2 surgeries on his right elbow. The first surgery was at age 11, and the second surgery was at age 18. And ultimately, he became addicted to the opiate pain medication, which led him to heroin. Over the next several years, Tyler was in and out of rehab facilities in Ohio and Michigan. In November of 2013, he took a leave of absence from college and went into a 21-day rehab facility and then into a 6-month treatment program at a sober living facility in Florida. He came back home to Ohio in June of 2014. He enrolled back at Walsh University and talked to the golf coach about getting back on the golf team. But in mid-September of 2014, Tyler relapsed again. However, this time he had reached his 2-time lifetime limit for inpatient rehab, and he no longer had health insurance. He was seeking treatment from a state-funded program, but was put on a 3-week waiting list before he could get help. Tyler could no longer deal with the pain from opiate withdrawals and decided to use heroin one more time. On September 28, 2014, 21 months and 1 day ago, Tyler was in the process of overdosing. And instead of the other individual calling 911 for help, he took my son to a vacant lot on the corner of Arlington and Alfred in Akron, Ohio, and left him there to die. Later that day, the Summit County Sheriff Department showed up at my house. I was not home, but they proceeded to tell my wife and 17-year-old daughter that a resident found a dead body in a vacant lot, and it was our 23-year-old son. So how does a father recover from such a tragedy after losing his best friend and only son? If I may, let me leave you with a couple thoughts. My first thought is forgiveness. I've learned that I have to forgive a whole lot of people for me to recover and move forward. Guys like the drug dealer, the person who dumped my son's body in a vacant lot like a piece of trash, the doctor who prescribed opiates to a kid, but most of all, myself. See, I was embarrassed and ashamed to talk to anyone about my son's addiction. I thought I failed as a father and that my son was a moral failure. I was embarrassed of my son. My second thought is education. In October of 2015, my wife and I and our family attended a national rally for a federal response on the opiate epidemic in Washington, D.C. What I learned there was the overprescribing of opiate pain medicines has harmed millions of pain patients, and it led to sharp increases in addiction, heroin use, and overdose deaths. I also learned that the United States government has acknowledged that this is the worst drug epidemic in the history of our country. I was stunned when I heard the top doctor of the United States Surgeon General, say that addiction is not moral failure, that it is a disease just like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. Wow, a disease and not moral failure. I'm learning to forgive myself, and I'm no longer embarrassed of my son. He is my hero to accomplish so much with such a gut-wrenching disease. I'm only embarrassed that I was the fool.